Bama.
Well, turning now to this, the new COVID-19 relief package includes a new round of stimulus checks, expands the child tax credit, and puts money toward vaccine distribution, but it also means changes for unemployment benefits. Jen Burke of the Maine Credit Union League is here with us to explain. Jen, welcome back. Thanks for joining us today. So this seems like a lot of stuff, right? Are the changes good news or bad news for those people on unemployment right now?
Bottom line, the changes are good news. The relief package adds an additional $300 per week in federal payments. That's on top of any amount an individual might be receiving in state unemployment benefits. So it's certainly good news. It provides more assistance to folks who really need it. And for those who are self-employed, that's good news for you as well. If you've lost a W-2 job in 2020 because of the pandemic and made at least $5,000 in income last year as a self-employed individual, you get an additional $100 per week. So help is on the way, additional help, and that certainly is good news.
So turning now to this, are the changes permanent?
The changes aren't permanent. Think Labor Day. These added benefits are going to run between now and September. So there's extra time. I think Congress could certainly pass an extension at that time if they feel that it's necessary, but it at least gets people through the next several months as vaccine rollouts continue. However, keep in mind, if you are currently receiving pandemic unemployment assistance, you can only receive that assistance for a maximum of 79 weeks. So you really need to see what comes first, whether the assistance runs out in September or how long you've been receiving unemployment benefits.
So the new package also includes some tax benefits for people who have received unemployment compensation, and that's right?
This is a big one. People don't realize that unemployment compensation is taxable. You get tax on that income you receive in unemployment. But the federal relief package that passed is exempting the first $10,200 in unemployment benefits that you as an individual may have received last year. So that's really good news. If you file jointly, those benefits double. It looks at your adjusted gross income, but bottom line is you will be able to exempt the first $10,200. And the state of Maine passed their supplemental budget, and there's tax conformity here. So that's really good news all around. So if you've already filed your 2020 tax return and you didn't realize that this new benefit was available, don't panic. It's okay. You can always file an amended return so you can get that income adjusted. But if you haven't filed yet and you've been receiving unemployment compensation, this is a great benefit. You can adjust accordingly. And if you haven't heard, the IRS has extended the tax filing deadline. You now have even more time to file your taxes.
Yeah, we mentioned at the top of the show, it's now mid-May, so it's about another month. My question for you is, let's say you're somebody who typically does your taxes yourself, but for a lay person, a lot of these changes sound really confusing. Do you suggest do you suggest maybe going to a tax preparer this year as opposed to maybe doing them or tackling it yourself?
I certainly do. Go talk to an expert, and there's a lot of great tools out there that you can do if you're doing your taxes online, and they're all trying to catch up to the federal laws. So the best thing you can do, if you're able to, if you're in a financial position to be able to go and have somebody else prepare your taxes, go talk to an expert. But there's also other resources available for those that just need some tax advice at a much lower cost. So when in doubt, seek out help. Visit your local financial institution or your credit union. They won't prepare your taxes, but they can help point you in the direction of resources that are out there. So this certainly isn't going to be an easy tax season, and that's proof in the extension. But take the time. You've got extra time to make sure you get it done, and you get it done correctly.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, help is out there. Lastly,
help's definitely out there, but I would say, if you're able to file your taxes now, it's great that you have more time, but you don't necessarily want to procrastinate. It's always good to get your taxes done, especially because you might be getting a return. So that's more money you can get in your pocket. And if you're currently unemployed, you want to get those tax benefits as quickly as possible. So it's always good practice to file as early as you can.
All right, Jen Burke, thank you so much for joining us. Great information.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You have a great day.
Yes, you too. Thank you. And come back to the show soon. You always have such good information. Changes go into effect maybe 2 weeks or so. This package just passed last week. You can find out more at maineclu.org.